Got it. You ready for me?
1 minute. There's something wrong with my Instagram.
It looks like it's recording. It's ready to go.
It's not recording, it's live.
Yes.
I think the Instagram is not connecting.
Oh no, Instagram. I don't have that working right now. Just here.
I want to find out.
We are 1 minute in so far. 1 minute,
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity CSO, and this is Chinedu Anichi TV, streaming live from St. Louis, Missouri, United States of America. This is Chinedu Anichi TV, the African voice in diaspora. Today we have a great brother, our daddy, our uncle, Sidney.
Hello,
He's
everyone.
here, and he's here. May I have the privilege to invite Sidney to talk to you people. So, Daddy, you're welcome to your boys' station. Your boys' station. You're here today. You're the first person I met when I arrived in America. The first very family. The first person who drove me. The first person who showed me this is America.
Right.
So it's a memorable event, and thank God that today, you really want to be on my show. It's something I cannot forget in a job. So our viewers today will have Sidney, and Sidney is here to give a live testimony or share a past life that will be mind-blowing, that is going to create an indelible positive mark in your disposition after listening to him. So wherever you are, if you're watching on Instagram, you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on Facebook, come on here. Sidney is live. Sidney, you're welcome to this show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is the first time I've had a chance to. You give me my first platform to be able to speak, to try to do what I can to save some young lives, live in a positive direction. I'm looking forward to doing what I can. I can't even tell you why it is that I'm even still alive today, except for it has to be the grace of God, because I have definitely been in situations where I would not be here if it wasn't for God and at least a half a dozen of his overworked angels. Okay. Give you some background on me right away. I was born in Portland, Oregon. I've lived all over the United States. I met Chinedu in Bismarck. Right now I live in the area of Dallas, Texas. It's awfully hot here the way I like it. I can tell you that just to start out with my life personally, I really didn't have parents growing up. Some of you may be able to identify with that. I lost my dad at age of 9, and it was through homicide, suicide. Okay. I didn't realize how much of an effect that would have on me as a young man, but it has. It's been very detrimental. When you grow up without a dad, without a positive role model, somebody to give you some good advice. I was introduced to drugs at about the same age. Teaching me how to get past the grief by using marijuana. Right. Now, I've been using marijuana for years and years. I have to tell you that I am over 55 years old. I have 6 granddaughters, and I only know a couple of them. There's like 3 of them I never even met. It's just an example of what kind of life I've had. I can't tell you how happy I am to be here to share my life with you. I had 2 uncles, and it was one that introduced me to weed was pretty ironic the way he did it. By just telling me my dad is dead and then handing me a bowl and striking a match, teaching me how to get past the grief. Now, my other uncle was the one that taught me how to roll joints. And one day he said, "This is pretty good. You can probably take these to school and sell them." So that is something that I have been doing most of my life. Now, I am not proud of it. In fact, I have a lot of restless nights because of all of the pain that I've caused others. A lot of grief. You know, I have a lot of sleepless nights. I'm looking forward to being able to share as much as I can. I have to thank Chinedu again, because I've been trying to find a platform like this. You know, maybe stand up in front of people, or I wasn't sure how it was going to happen the first time. But I can tell you that I had nobody like myself to talk to me, you know, to try to get my mind right, going in the right direction. I've often asked myself, if I could go back in time and talk to my young self, what would I say? The fact is, I'm such a hardhead, I probably wouldn't even listen to myself. I think that after thinking about it for a while, I would just simply share some of my life with him, some of his future, some of my own future, and just ask questions, you know. By telling myself, you're going to have sons, you're going to have grandchildren, okay? And not getting too in depth of my future, but then just asking him. And it's the same question that goes out to you. This question is for you to answer for yourself. What kind of grandparent do you want to be? You want to be the kind that your grandparents run to you or run away from you? Because there is a difference. And that is my question. You know, I'm not going to tell you stay off drugs, stay in school. That's corny. If I tell you not to, you got to want to do it even more. You know how I know? Because that's how hard-headed I was. That's the way I was as a young man. And it doesn't work. What works is making you use your own mind to figure out things for yourself. You don't want to be bossed around. You want to listen to somebody that's been there, you know? You want to listen. If you want to learn how to pilot a ship, pilot a plane, well, listen to somebody that's been doing it for a long time. Me, I have been in that ugly world for a very long time. I even had to spend a couple years in prison. No, I'm not proud of it, but I'm not ashamed of it either. Because for me, it was similar to a college degree. Because of the pain that I had in my mind, in my brain, I had to go see a therapist. Now, the therapist is what caused me to turn my life around, seeing this young lady. I am very happy today with the life that I live. I am a motor coach operator. I drive tour bus. And it's something that I really love doing. Now, if it hadn't been for ended up inside prison, I would never be there. I wouldn't be here where I'm at. I probably wouldn't still even be alive. I can tell you that I didn't think I'd ever reach the age of 30. In fact, there's times I didn't want to be older than 30. I actually hoping that something would cause me to, you know, to pass away some kind of way, silently. I mean, I've suffered through so many deaths in my life, including my oldest son who's gone. It's crazy because I feel more connected to him right now than I did when he was alive. Like I said, I have a lot of regrets. And these regrets are what keep me from getting a good night's sleep. You know, I have had to remember things that I didn't want to remember, things that come back to the surface of my life to help me be who I am today. You know, I don't like the fact that I had to go be locked up, but it wasn't as bad as you would think. Jail here in America, jail is tough. Prison is easy, okay? Not to tell you that that's where you want to be, But to let you know that it's not as bad as it sounds, as it looks. People want to judge you in a very negative way because of the fact that you actually been locked up in prison before. But for some of us, it's a very good thing. It saved my life. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for it. I had to go through a lot just to get there. I have been well trained by some of the people that I grew up with, how to avoid, being caught, jailed, prison, whatever. I didn't think my life was so bad. I mean, doesn't everybody use drugs with their grandparents, aunties, and uncles? My school buddies, they look forward to me being able to go get drugs for us to use for free. It was nothing to me. I thought I lived a beautiful life until I started seeing a lot of my schoolmates dying all around me. My family dying. They say that you never miss what you had until it's gone. I can tell you that people tell you don't smoke, you'll die of lung cancer. Don't drink, you'll die of liver failure. You really don't. It doesn't hit you until you actually see somebody that dies that way. Go on YouTube, find it. See what it's like. It's actually a real thing. You hear people saying that marijuana is a gateway drug. I know that's hard to believe, but it's a fact. It really is. You smoke so long, you want something different. And for me, it was cocaine, and it was meth, and it just kept going on and on and on. Now, I won't even allow myself to smoke a cigarette because it'll just lead me right back to where I was. Marijuana, cocaine, methamphetamine, whatever I can get my hand on, so that I wouldn't feel the pain that I was feeling as a young kid. Because this is what I was taught. Even on TV, you see people that have lost somebody. You lost your brother or your mother. You go to a bar, get yourself a tall bottle and a short glass. You drink yourself till you pass out of alcohol poisoning. These things are real. I mean, I'm not going to say that. Listen to what I'm saying. It's up to you. I've only been here over half a century, so you might want to listen to what I'm telling you. Because I love where I'm at today. And if it wasn't for the fact that I had to go through all of that ugliness, I wouldn't be here today. And I hope you take what I'm saying to you and try to pay attention. Don't just listen to me. Hear me. Hear my pain. I am begging you to not end up the way I was. Homeless, many times. Homeless. Sleeping in empty houses and abandoned cars, on the street, begging for food, stealing for food, These kind of things it's not funny. Not a fun life. And all because I wanted drugs more than I wanted love. And that's a fact. And if you don't believe me, you know what to do. Just keep going where you're going. You'll end up someplace worse than where I was. I've had pistols put into my face before. I can remember a guy had one to my face and pulled the trigger and nothing happened. There's bullets in it. I could see the bullets, but nothing happened. Why? Had to be God. Had to be God and his overworked angel keeping that hammer from coming back and causing that bullet to come out and take my life. Why? I believe it's because I'm supposed to be here doing what I'm doing right now, trying to save some young lives.
Sure.
And I want to tell you that it's a beautiful thing when you can get past it. When you can look back and say, that's who I was. I'm proud of to be able to say, yes, that was me. I don't watch these cop shows that are on television, Law and Order and all these whodunits. Because I see stupid people doing stupid things. I say, why are you doing it that way? You should be doing it this way if you don't want to get caught. Because I have that experience. But the fact is that I don't have to live that way no more. Because I have dealt with that mental scarring, that mental pain. I have stepped in puddles of blood. I have smelt coagulating blood. I have seen things, smelled things, heard things, tasted things that cause pain mentally. When you have that kind of pain, you just want to use something so that you don't have to feel that kind of pain ever, ever again. And I can promise you, you don't want to go there. If you feel some kind of pain, go talk to somebody. Don't just act it out. Go find somebody to talk to. Write it down. Read it back to yourself. I actually been trying to write a book. Write it down. But I haven't been able to find a medium like this. I understand that a lot of us don't like to read. Reading is our greatest strength as a people. The best thing you can do for yourself is read a book every day. I hate reading because I was doing so much marijuana, as a kid, 9, 10, 11 years old, that I couldn't concentrate. I was killing my brain cells. If I hadn't had the life that I had, I would probably be flying planes today instead of driving a bus. But it is what it is. I travel all over the country now. Hotel to hotel, city to city, state to state. I was just in South Carolina 2 weeks ago. Before that, Louisiana, Washington, D.C. I've been up in Michigan, all over. I can't even explain to you all the different places that I've been. If it wasn't for ending up inside prison, I wouldn't have gone nowhere. I have a passport today. It's something that's very unusual. I'm still in touch with my PO, my parole officer, probation officer. This woman that lives back there in North Dakota. Still friends. She tells me I can use her as a reference if I need to. I got off paper 2 years early, parole probation. She put in a letter to the courts and asked them to take me off because she knew, she could tell. Even the guards in the prison knew that I was done. I was on a different path, and I was going to stay there. There's nothing that can get me to go back there. Nobody's death, no kind of pain, no kind of loss that can send me back to that world that I came from. And I just really beg of you to not allow yourself to fall into that kind of trap. Go get some help. Go talk to somebody. Even if they judge you in a negative way, keep talking. It doesn't matter. No matter what they think of you is what you think of you. You have to love you. I didn't love myself. I didn't like myself. So I was using. Did it make things better? For a little while. For a very little while. The pain never went anywhere until I talked to somebody. Then I was able to deal with this pain. Not allow it to influence me, to control me. Now, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to stay out of that old life. I love everybody. People that don't even like me, I love them anyway. They say haters. I don't have enough haters in my life because haters motivate me to keep going on my own path. They don't stop me. They don't make me upset. They motivate me. People that want to see me fall down and go backwards, they motivate me to stay where I'm at. I love doing what I'm doing right now. And hopefully we can meet in person someday. I'm really wanting to finish this book. Hey, reach out. You want to read this book that I'm trying to read, that I'm trying to write? Let me know so I can finish it. Let me know so that I can finish it up and share it with the world. Because although I should be ashamed, I'm not. Because if it wasn't for my past, I would have a beautiful future. We can't all choose our parents, our family. If I had a choice, I wouldn't have chose mine. I promise you, I would not have. But it is what it is. And you have to keep going no matter what. So don't listen to me telling you to stay off drugs, stay in school. Ask yourself, what do you want? What do you want for your life? Do you want to keep going? Do you want to, like I said, what kind of grandparent do you want to be? That's the most important question I can ask you. What kind of house you want to live in? What kind of car do you want to drive? Me, I just want enough money to be able to change some lives. My life is fine. I live simple. You know, I don't have to have a steak. I can do a nice hamburger and French fries and be just happy. I don't have to have steak and seafood, clam, lobster and all that stuff. It doesn't do anything for me. But
Yeah,
I need
I want to come in somewhere now. I want to ask you something. You
Go ahead.
know, what you're sharing here is it's not something that easily come by.
No.
People don't easily do this kind of thing. So I want to ask you, what is the conviction? What's the propelling force? What makes you to think you can share this? Because it's not everybody, even when they have changed, they wouldn't want to visit it, they wouldn't want to share it, they wouldn't let people know about it. So something must have, underline your disposition to come and share that. And what could that be?
The fact that I never had nobody like me to help me, to share their life with me. You know, I want to be that person that I never had. And if it takes for me to cause you to look at me in a negative way, so that you look at yourself in a positive way, then I'm happy. I have done my job. God is looking at me proud in a very proud way. I don't want to be the person that I was, and by sharing my life with you, I won't. Plain and simple.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's great. This is live blooding, and a lot of people are working. Somebody say the only TV channel made to change people's life and impacts. Thank you. You sent me some stars. I appreciate. I've seen some stars you sent for me. I appreciate. So, for those of you who are watching us on YouTube, this is Sydney, and Sydney is here sharing past life. And the intention for coming online, coming on this show to share it is for young people like us. Is asking a very important question today. Which kind of granddad do you want to be? Which kind of places do you want to visit? Which kind of car do you want to drive? In fact, which kind of life do you want to live?
Yes.
You understand? He said it's not about telling you to drop this or drop that, drop that. He heard all those things and he never dropped. But the striking question now is which kind of granddad you want to be?
Yes.
You want to end up after like spending half a century in this world? You want to end up always gnashing your teeth? Do you want to end up sleepless nights? You want to end up ruminating on your painful past? Or do you want to really, really, really have peace?
Yes.
So for those of you who watching, I think it's entertaining. It looks entertaining, but it looks very morally striking and life-saving. This is one of the best contents I will ever. When I wrote it to all my over 100,000 people saw it on WhatsApp, and I said this will be the most life-saving, account I'll have in this platform. Oh, Ogechi Francisca, how are you doing? Eli Fine Chuku, how are you doing? Machuku Chinaza, how are you doing? Thank you for being in the show. So that's great. So what I want to ask you now is what's your message to young people, especially the Black community, the African Americans, the African immigrants, especially the young people? So a lot of us are prone to one or two, and which is not taking us to our proper destination. So what is your strong message to us as one of us?
I would say to ask yourself, what is it you want to do as a profession, as a business, not working for someone else, working for yourself. Working for yourself is harder than working for someone else, but it's much more rewarding. Okay, you want to hire some people and take care of those people. Pay them a livable wage and keep your employees happy. Whatever it is you want to do, Start going for that right now. Start reading up on it, studying it, get with somebody that's doing the same thing so you can learn from them. Hopefully somebody that's been doing it for a long time. I don't know. It doesn't matter what it is. You want to train animals, fly a plane, be a skier or a gymnast. Start studying. Start going for it right now. Don't wait. Concentrate on something positive in your life. And that is working for yourself, being a business owner.
Wow. So I love you. You always go with a straight talk. You don't beat about the bush when you want to talk about something. So whatever you want to be, just go now and start planning for it.
Yes.
They say if you don't plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
You plan to fail. That's a fact.
So this time now, he's telling us the strongest message he has for us is we, those of us who are out there, go out today and have something doing. Start from now. Start from now. Go to the basics. Go to the fundamentals. So, and there's one striking thing he said. He said, think of working for yourself and not working for somebody. And the punchline is that it's harder to work for yourself, but more rewarding. So I got it from you. So it's harder to work for oneself, but it is more rewarding. So think of working for yourself. Think of getting employees and not just be employing people, but making your employees happy, taking good care of them. So that's the message. So what it means is there's a campaign I'm running now. I call it One Man, One Skill.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
It sounds beautiful. I mean, if you're taking care of people, strangers, not just family, taking care of people that you don't even know, that is so rewarding. You see it all the time where people are stopping and paying for groceries, buying food to give out at the homeless shelter, all these kind of things. We have a lot of role models like Shaquille O'Neal, who's constantly buying and giving people things, sharing his life and his fortune with them. That's what it's about. That guy's got to be around for a long time because he's doing God's work. We have to start taking care of each other, no matter the color of their skin, the color of their eyes. Don't think about color. The only color you should be concerned with is red, blood red. We all bleed the same color. We all need the same color in our pockets, green. Keep it going.
We all need the same color in our pockets. That's great. You see, as a Nigerian, that in Nigerian slang, I would say that one touched me, Joe. That one touched me. Yeah. So there's this experience I wanted to share in my because I don't always get you. You're the first person I met when I stepped into America.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So how did you feel meeting us?
I felt like
The first African family to come into that immigration package that time.
I felt like an ambassador. Like I was the representative of the entire United States. I wanted you to see that you could do whatever you want here in the United States. Go wherever you want, You're not restricted by, only thing that is restricting you is the amount of money in your pocket. If you are earning an honest day's wage, you can have an honest day's travel. But if you are in the dark doing the devil's work, you are going nowhere. He doesn't want you traveling around. Doesn't want you seeing things and going things and having things. All he wants you to do is hurt others. I felt like I was doing God's work when I met you and your family. I was very proud to show you the way.
Wow.
show you how it's done. Where you can go get help, where you can get things for free.
Yes, yeah, you were taking me like the jackets I used to put
Yeah,
on. You used to take me to those
right.
places because
You
it
remember that?
was
Yeah.
cold. Not Dakota was
Uh-huh.
cold. I've never seen that cold in my life. That kind of
Right.
cold in Africa.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, they go
And you
ice.
took me to where I got jackets and a lot of coats. Yeah,
Yep.
man.
I give away things all the time. I'm always giving away stuff, and it gives me great pleasure. Help somebody out with something that they don't have or could never have. I I live in Texas now, and it's very hot down here. You know, I lived up in North Dakota for a lot of years, and I have to tell you that I am in no hurry to go back up there. And eventually I will. But the fact is I'm African American, not Eskimo American. Big difference.
Yeah, because it's too cold down there.
Yes, it is.
Too cold down there. Okay, that I think one of the things I want to talk about is you've seen the kind of things I'm running, the package I'm running, Chinedu Anichi TV. It's a platform where we touch lives, we talk about life experiences, just like you came. We try to, it's social media, a lot of things trend, negative things trend, nudity, gossip, a lot of things is what trend in social media. But I read a book by Alphonsus Ligori. He cited a lady called Senrita. He said, instead of the whole world being in darkness, somebody can light a candle. So I told myself in social media, I'm going to take a niche that is going to propel and present and project positive vibes,
Yes.
good things about the society, life-changing events. So all those things that that trend, all those people that people follow is not what I discuss in the platform.
Yeah. No.
So I touch lives. I know you'll be watching what I'm doing. So what can you tell the world about this Chinedu Anichi TV?
He's definitely trying to do something different. Definitely trying to change some things. Just having somebody like me on here, it just goes to shows that he wants to do some beautiful things in Chinedu Anichi TV. He is not just trying to line his pockets, which a lot of these companies are. That's all Walmart, Target, you know, all these places. They're just trying to line their pockets, taking advantage of
Which one?
the
Down?
the poor. They're not trying to take advantage of them. They're trying to help. Like I said, you want to change your stars? Go to the library, get a book. Start reading up on what it is that you want to do with the rest of your life. You want to be good at it? Practice. And that's the message. You don't have to be poor. You don't have to be down. You can be up. You can go places. Do things. Have things. The more you have, the more you can give.
Yeah.
Change lives. That's what I say. Pay it forward. If I'm changing your life, please go and change somebody else's life.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think this is mind blowing. And I will spend 33 minutes, and it's a very quality 33 minutes.
Very good. Thank you
Honestly,
much.
I'm so happy that you're on this show. And I would want to say that each time you want to talk about anything else, you feel like, so we'll be privileged to have you in our show. And you're the first person, you're the first American I met in American land. Just landing from the plane, you're the first person I met. And I was with you for over 3 months.
Yeah.
You put me through when I went to for my social security number. You took me
Yeah.
to the place.
Yeah.
Everything. Wow.
And what did I want in return?
You visit Africa with me.
That's it. You got it, my brother. You got
You
it.
go to Nigeria with me. I want you to visit Africa
Yeah.
with me. So
I
so
look
so
forward.
that I show you things the way you show me things in America.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, so I want to, if you can let some of you guys know about my TV, they might have interest to say one or two things too. It might be on anything. Once you have something good to say to the society, this is a short platform. So you let them know, I'll be happy to. So that we can be having a couple of a mixture of Africans, Americans, different people speaking. So it
Yes.
will make sense,
Yes, sir.
So,
Well,
Daddy, thank you. Thank you for coming to the show. I'm
all
so
right.
grateful. I'm so grateful. Yeah. Thank you for coming to the show. God bless you.
All right.
So,
Hey,
my people, we rounded up today and we had Sidney in the house. Remember, he shared a life testimony. Summarily, he's a straight talker. He's a man who doesn't beat about the bush. That was why the story was not long. He likes saying things the way it is without adding flesh to any bone if it needs to be bony. So, and you have seen it all today. So the message is, it's not late for you. Even if you have done things that you think is so bad, you can still pick up your pieces and forge ahead. So wake up from where you are. Don't continue to stay. Don't be stagnated in penury. Don't be stagnated in pain. The message is that whatever you think you have done, whatever you think you have passed through, you can still make it. So I read a book by Norman Vincent Peale. They call it The Power of Positive Thinking. He said, throw your heart across the obstacle, the body will follow. I read another book by Scuba. He said, tough times do not last, but tough people do. I read another book by Bezenkap. It says, the difference between can and cannot is the not. If you remove the not, you can. So we can. So all we need is to remove the knots in our
yes.
lives. So
Yes.
I'm begin to do something positive, just like he did today. He travels around America. He is happy doing what he's doing to the extent that he just extends it. Immediately I arrived, the first thing you told me was you want me to start driving a school bus. That was the first thing you told me, that I don't need to sit down at home. I need to go out there and make the box. So I love that. I love
Yeah.
that inspiration, that motivation. I didn't suffer jet lag. I didn't suffer culture shock just because you were there for me. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
You remember the first time, just 3 days on arriving in America, I had a call from a scammer who said he's a police trooper.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I called you. I said, I don't know why they're looking for me. You told
Yeah.
me that if it's police, they will come to my house. They know where
Yeah.
to find me. That those people are scammers.
Yeah. No worries. They know what they know what to do.
So I'm so grateful, Daddy, for having you here. And our viewers, thank you for also watching what we're doing the show. Please, for those of you who watch offline, share it in your Instagram, share it on your YouTube, share it on your Facebook, share it. For it is life-saving and it is a positive content that God will honor forever. Thank you, Daddy, for coming.
All right. Thank you much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah, my people, you have seen Sidney Mccorvey was here, and you heard directly from him the kind of testimony he has given. So, those of you who think, say, you sabi do, say, now you the runner, you don't see people who runner, they use their mouth talker, and you can know. So, change your life, be better. I love you. Take care.